Hi, welcome to DappBlocks. In this video, we will develop crypto limit order bot on Ethereum blockchain using Ethers.js. If you are new on the channel, my name is Himmat. Here we learn all fundamental concepts and practical development of blockchain technologies. So, if this is something helpful to you, then press the like button and subscribe to this channel. Prerequisite. First, Node.js. You can download Node.js from nodejs.org. Second, Infura. Sign up to the infura.io and get HTTP RPC URL. Limit order. Limit order is to buy or sell asset at specific price. Buy limit order executes when asset price is equal to or less than the limit price. And sell limit order executes when asset price is equal to or greater than the limit price. Let's consider an example. Let's say current price of Amazon stock is trading at 107 USD. Here we can place buy limit order with 102 USD. So as and when price goes below 102 or equal to 102, order gets executed. And for sale, we can set limit price order higher than the current price. For example, let's say for 110 USD. Similarly, in crypto, we can place limit orders. There are two types of limit orders in crypto. First, buy and sell crypto with fiat currency on centralized exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, etc. Here, limit order works as same as we discussed for the Amazon stock. Second, swap crypto on decentralized exchanges. For example, you can swap your ETH for USDT with the limit order. Let's say 1 ETH equal to 1200 USDT. Then in limit order, you would like to have more USDT in exchange of 1 ETH. So you can set limit order for 1250 USDT for 1 ETH. There are some crypto bots or some applications which provide this feature. However, they either ask your private key or they keep your fund in the smart contract until limit order condition met. Then they make a transaction. In both the cases, your funds are at risk. You can develop your own limit order bot, and in this video, we will learn the same. Let's get started. If you see this package.json, we have uniswap.env, ethers, and other modules which are required for this example. Then we have the .env example. In this, we have the account, then the private key, then we have the RPC HTTP URL from the infura.io. We have the Uniswap router and we have the token address. So token address, if you see this is our DappBlocks token and we have copied this address from here. So this we have the token address. Then let's go to the index.js. So here if you see we have already imported modules that .env, ethers, uniswap, and we also get the chain ID from the uniswap. This is the chain ID for ring B. Then we have write the code to get the .env values. Here we have actual .env. We are just referring to .env example. So in the .env there are actual values. Then we have the provider hex private key and the signer. So provider is to connect to the Ethereum or to the blockchain. Then hex private key is the just conversion of private key to the hex format, hexadecimal format. Then signer is to sign a transaction whenever we place an order. Sign a transaction. Okay, so let's create one function. Async function run. Okay. Then you need to call this function. So again, this is the sample function. You need to add you need to make this modular, add the exception handling, also add logger and whatever required stuff. This is just demo, so we are just creating bare minimum, creating the functionality with bare minimum thing. So here first we need to check the token price, and we should keep on checking the token price until our limit price gets hit by the token. Then we'll place the order swap order. So for this we need, so first we need the token details. So constant token equal to uniswap dot feature, then fetch token, fetch token data. Here you need to pass with parameters. First one is the chain ID. Then we need to pass the token address. So this is not required. And the token address, we have token address in our .env file. And then we need the provider. Okay. So we will get these token details. Okay, then we need the width, that is a wrapped ETH. So width equal to uniswap dot width of chain ID. Chain ID we already get it for chain ID for the ring B. Then here we need the pair. So token and the width pair details. So constant. So if you see here, this ETH and the DBLK, the DappBlocks token, the pair details of these both. So constant pair equal to uniswap fetch dot fetcher dot fetch pair data, and in bracket we should provide parameters. First one is token, then the width token, then the width, and then we should provide the provider. So this will give us the pair details. Then we need the route. So how we can swap these tokens, that is the what is the route. So route constant route equal to uniswap. So this should be the new uniswap route. Okay, then the pairs and the width. Okay, this is okay. So we need this. So now we need to check the token price for every 1 second or 2 seconds. Here you can write something like constant interval equal to set interval. So see, for 1 ether we'll receive 1335.49 DappBlocks. So we need to set our limit price accordingly. So here set interval, then the syntax of it is the function housing. This should be function, and so this is the syntax for the set interval function. Then here we need to write the await of the new function, that is the function needs to call for every 1 second token price. So let's call it a check token price function, and then we need to provide the millisecond or the time in the millisecond. So 1000 is equal to 1 second. So this interval or this function will execute or will call every 1 second, and in that function we should check the price of the token, and depending on our limit order or limit price, we'll make the decision to place an order or not. So async function check token price. Okay, here we need to get the token price first. So interval, this should be the global variable or the outside. We should access this interval variable outside of the run, so we need to make this a global variable. At least the scope we have to change. Then also we need to change the scope of all those other variables, that is token, with, pair and route, or constant. So check trade. So here we need to create a trade new uniswap dot trade bracket. We should provide the route. So as I mentioned, we need to make those variable, so we don't need that. So we need to make those variable scope of those variable outside of the run. So let's remove the constant from here and make those variable as a global variables. Okay, so violate token, then we have the week, then we have the pair, and we have the route. Okay, so we have changed the scope of all the variables. Then in the trade we have the route, then we need the token amount. For that, new uniswap dot token amount. Here we should pass with, and for what token or for which value of ETH we need the token trade. So let's say for 1 ether we would like to get the number of tokens. So tokens for 1 ETH. So here we need to pass the 1 ETH, and this should be in UI format. So ethers.utils dot pass ether, then 1. Okay, here we should pass the trade type. This is the third parameter. Okay, then uniswap trade type dot uniswap trade type dot exact input. So this will return us the trade details for 1 ether. Trade details for 1 ETH. Now we need to get the value, or the number of tokens value from this trade. Constant check trade tokens equal to equal to check trade dot execution price. So this will return as the current price of the token, or in the exchange of 1 ETH how many tokens will receive execution price. Then we need to convert this to the human readable format. To dot this is in big number, so dot to significant, and the decimal number, rounding number, let's say 6. Okay, so let's print this console dot log tokens price per ETH. So we will receive this number of tokens when we swipe 1 ether for the token. So let's save this file, and this function will execute every 1 second and keep on checking the token price per ETH. So let's run this node index.js. Oops, there is an error. What is this? Invariant field chain ID. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the code. Let's see, run method here looks like fine. Where the chain ID is proper, token address provider, we have ETH as well, then we have the pair. Looks okay. Let's debug it by writing some consoles, or printing some values. So let's print this token, then again let's go out and print the pair. So this is where you can debug your code when you find any issues or some blockers. So if you see there, token price pending, pair from, okay. So here I think we missed the await. We should write the await for the token as well as for the pair. So until and unless we get this value, we should not go for the next step. So let's run this. Okay, this is the token details and this is the pair details. Okay, see, so token price per ETH is this much. So I think we need to refresh this again. So since we are the only user or the trading with this token, so price won't change, but in actual there are multiple traders, or the volume of the token will be there, so you will get this number, or this value should keep on changing, and depending on your limit price, you can set the limit price and place a transaction. So here we need to check this token price with our limit price and take a decision. If this check token or check trade tokens is greater than, let's say, 1330, so here we want to make a transaction, hence we are setting this price lower. For actual code, we need to set this price at the higher, so that we can get, or we can receive more number of token in exchange of 1 ETH. So whatever your trade value will we would like to receive more number of tokens. So let's say 1340 or 1350, we should ideally set this. So when it reaches, or when this price reaches to the 1350, then our limit order get executed. Here for now we'll set the 1330 for now, just to make this transaction happen, or just to make this transaction executed. So write this in the comment so that it's easier. Okay. And this limit price we should use as an input parameter from the user, or user set in the .env file. So here we need to make a transaction. So since this function will get executed every 1 second, we need to set one flag. So while executing one iteration, it should not come back and run for second, so otherwise it will keep on placing your buy orders. So just set the execution flag, that is false for example, and if execution flag is true, that is, or the if execution flag is there, then return from here itself, otherwise it will keep on placing buy orders, and set this execution flag to true. And once we run this entire method, or once we run the entire code of this method, we should reset this flag, that is to the false. So this will make sure while iterating or while executing this function, so this function will not execute multiple times. So in the condition, or when we place a transaction, we should clear the interval, so that it will stop the execution of the code. So we have seen this, that is the how we can swap the token. So we have the router address, then we have uniswap ABI, then we have the uniswap contract and the signer. Router address we have already provided in the .env. So if you see there, we have the uniswap router, so we don't need that. So else we can copy this uniswap ABI, uniswap contract and signer as it is, and just paste it here. So if you see the uniswap ABI, we have the swap exact ETH for the token. Likewise, you have other methods, other functions you can use, or you can copy from the etherscan.io. Here you need to change this to the uniswap router. Then we have the uniswap ABI provider, this is fine, and uniswap signer, connect to the signer, this is also okay. So now go back to the code, and we have this token with pair and route. So we already get this from the run, so this we can access anywhere. Okay, now go back. Now we need to set this parameters. So we have few parameters. So we need a value to swap. So let's consider this 0.001. This should be in UI, so we have converted using the parseIthan method. Then we need the trade, so this should be the uniswap.trade. So here we have imported this in this way, that is uniswap equal to required. If you see this file, we have imported with all the actual values. So that's the reason we haven't write the uniswap dot in the previous file. Here we need to explicitly write the uniswap. Then again for the here uniswap dot token, and then this is the width is okay, swap amount is okay. Then uniswap dot trade token, uniswap dot trade type. Okay, then we have few parameters in swap method, so we need to set those parameters. If you see here, we have amount out mean, then path, and the true address and the deadline. So we need to set this. We can copy as it is from that file. Copy this and paste it here. Just move to the right. Okay. Then this percent also from the uniswap. So uniswap dot percent. So this is the slippage value. Then trade. We need to pass the slippage, and this is the amount of mean. So if you want for more details, you can go and refer the swap video on swap, how we can swap the tokens. So we have the deadline, then we have the input amount. So this looks okay. So this is the input amount. Okay, now we need the final transaction. So let's go back, and this is the transaction we need to execute. So let's go to the main file. So this is the transaction equal to uniswap signer swap exactly for the token. Okay, and these are the values, and this swap transaction is the limit order. Okay, fine. So this is fine, this is okay. Account is the old address, and the input amount is the deadline is there. Okay, so this is fine, this looks good. Okay, we can save this file, and we have set this limit price. So let's say set this limit price. So we have set this limit price to 1350. So it should not place an order, it should keep on checking the token price until this token price get changed. And as I mentioned, there is no other user, so this token price won't change. So let's stop this and change the token price. So we should change the token price to 30 so that it should get executed, or it should place the swap order. Here node index.js. So this is token address, then first it should check the token price. So this is token price, this is this condition met, and it should place an swap order, buy order. See, swap transaction hash is there with the limit order, so condition is met for the limit order, hence this transaction get executed. So you can copy this transaction hash and check into the Etherscan. Okay, so if you see there, this got added into this block. So this will take some time to refresh the page. So this way you can place a limit order, either limit for swap ETH to token or token to ETH, or any token to token. You can write your code by yourself and create a limit order bot. So here if you see, token price gets changed or get reduced, so hence this is not meeting our condition. So this will keep on checking the token price. So this is swap ETH for token, Likewise, you can also add the condition to swap token for the ETH. For example, if you hold the tokens and if you want to swap tokens for the ETH for any limit order, so you can do that. So if you see the uniswap or other swap decentralized exchanges, you won't have this limit order feature. So you can develop this feature or you can develop this for yourself and use it. So check 10 tokens is less than the whatever our sell limit order or the swap token for ETH limit order, and depending on this you should write the swap token for the ETH or swap exact tokens for the ETH. So for if price is 1321, so you will receive 1 ETH, and in the above case you have already received 1335 tokens. So here if you place these two orders, we will in the profit of 15 tokens, approx 15 tokens. So depending on your use case or depending on your trading strategies, you can tweak with these functions and place your orders. And also you can add multiple tokens. Here this example is just for the one single token. You can add multiple tokens either in .env or in the actual code and iterate through the tokens, and as soon as your condition met, this code will or this file will, the script will place your orders, keep on placing your orders. So thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.